All right, now I have our guests and our speakers, Jack Sheppard and Chris.
And I get to introduce Chris, who's going to introduce Jack. How's that?
That's fantastic. Okay, I failed.
It's always fun when you get to get up here and introduce somebody you've known for a long time. Both of these people. Dr. Chris Hartley has been in 3 years. Has it been?
Almost 2.
Almost 2. Okay. At the County Office of Education, he was appointed as the Superintendent of Schools, and then ran last spring unopposed and won.
Tough race. We like him that way.
Okay. I've known Chris, Dustin's known Chris longer than I have, having been an administrator when Dustin was going to school at Arcata High. I'm sure there's a story Yeah. If those stories were told, maybe he would know. Exactly. There have been many benefits of having Dr. Hartley at the county office, but one of them is he is a huge supporter of career tech ed and has this great ability to be creative and think out of the box. And that's what he and Jack Sheppard are going to tell you about today.
Great. Thanks, Lori. That was very nice of you. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hey, I didn't realize there'd be so much pressure on us with all these governors in the house. Wow, this was, I was like, wow, we got to really perform today. Jack already left. Right there. I thought I heard his car start. He's out of here. It's great to see all the governors here visiting the North Coast, and I'm happy you made it safely on the drive. So it's pretty crazy weather that we've been having. I'm actually a member of the Mad River Rotary, and Cindy, I haven't been to a lot of meetings, so I expect you to tell them I was at this one. So I give a little credit for that. But it's a real treat to be here today. And you know, I started my career here working actually in Zoe Barnett Continuation High School as a teacher years ago, and then went over to Arcata High School and spent over 20 years in Northern Humboldt School District, and ultimately finished there as a superintendent. And all those years, you know, we go back to career education, we go back to Jackie Foote, you know, who was just an absolutely amazing supporter of career ed and really got the Career Center project going and mobilized at Arcata High School. And I have to give you all just a huge, huge heartfelt thanks for your support of that Career Center and the program at Arcata High. I know you just had your pancake breakfast. I apologize for missing that. I got a horrible cold that morning. I was thinking, do I go serve people a bunch of food? Or do I spread this love? Or do I just kind of sit here in misery? So I chose to sit here in misery. But I was thinking of you and thinking of that event and reflecting on that driving in this morning about, gosh, you guys have done so much for our community here in Arcata and the county. And keeping that Career Center alive is really a big deal. You're giving an opportunity for those students to have a one-on-one session with an expert in career education. And what we know for our students as they go through school, and us as adults, and those of you guys that are, you know, congratulations, Brian, on getting your degree and getting your CPA. You've all had mentors, somebody, maybe one, maybe two, maybe multiple, folks in your life who kind of like coached you along. And that's what the folks in the Career Center do. They give kids an opportunity to think about things in a different perspective. And what we all want for our students as they're graduating high school is we want choice. We want students to have choices and not feel trapped in a single lane, or this is the only thing I got going in this direction. Whether it's going on to college, in this case what we're going to talk about today are the tremendous opportunities in the field of careers. Career education, career technical education. Our community, you all as business people, need more employees. And it really warms my heart to come here this morning and seeing Dustin, a local student, an Arcata High Tiger, coming in. Tigers! I mean, it's fantastic. And we got Jennifer Canisi in the back there, also from Arcata High School. I was looking at you a minute ago thinking, teaching at Arcata High School. We need more of that in our community to grow our students so that they can find their passion and hopefully pursue it right here locally. I'm happy to announce my oldest daughter is getting her teaching credential in special education this year. And so hopefully she'll choose to stick around, although she's got her eyes on Washington State. But we're still working on it. I did convince her to go to Humboldt State years ago, so that's not done yet. So anyway, what we want to talk about today is, I get the opportunity to introduce Jack in here in just a second. We at the county office are looking for ways to partner with local businesses all the time. And we had an opportunity come up working with the Workforce Development Board. Are you guys familiar with that group? Anybody in here on the Workforce Development? I think so, but it's a very exciting group of folks, business people who come together to find ways to develop the workforce here locally in Humboldt County. And we pitched some ideas to them when we were brainstorming, how can we promote more career education experiences for our students? Not just talking about careers, but getting students a hands-on opportunity to be a part of something that you do every day. If they have an interest in carpentry or electrical or plumbing or whatever, just getting them out into your world of career so that they can experience that. And ultimately, we agreed to partner on a project that they've been very gracious to help fund a large part of it, and that is called the Trades Academy. And so we have in our high schools, and Humboldt County's done a good job maintaining our commitment to trade. So most all our high schools have maintained metal shops and wood shops and art programs that are very vibrant and moving forward. That's not the case in most of the state of California. You got to give our districts a lot of credit for finding the funds to do that when we went through this really ridiculous recession, which we are starting to pull out of. But what we're looking for, again, are opportunities to get students in working with local folks. And so the Trades Academy does exactly that. We have the Trades Academy, and before I go on that, I want to talk about, we also started a Health Pathways Academy. So when we talk about a health pathway, what we mean is a student who might be interested in going to health industry, nurse, doctor, you name it, they take a series of courses in high school that when they graduate, they're kind of prepped and ready to go into a health industry career pathway at a college or a junior college or whatever higher educational training that they have. But they've had an opportunity to be in hospitals, to work alongside the doctors, to volunteer, to really immerse themselves in the industry while they're in high school. We now have 4 health pathways in Humboldt County, whereas in 2 years ago, we had absolutely 0. And so that is fantastic. We have to owe a lot of thanks to Susie Hushley. You guys all know Susie. Super passionate. Give her a round of applause. But she's amazing, and she's a real pioneer in this field for us. And so I wanted to talk about that. The Trades Academy is a program here with Jack Sheppard. Now, all programs, if they're successful, need successful people. People make successful programs. Jack comes from the automotive industry years ago, and actually we recruited him at McClinville High when I was principal there. He came over and was our auto shop teacher, and he replaced Dave Backman. Tough shoes to fill. But Jack came in with a real industry perspective because he was in the industry. And he's got the great capacity to build relationships with any kind of student. Students are drawn to Jack. I'm drawn to Jack. Half the time he's like, could you please get out of my auto shop so I can teach? Every morning I'm like, Jack, what are we doing today? What are we doing? What are we setting up? What are we setting up? He's like, get out of here, I got kids coming in. But he's just a passionate gentleman for his craft. And at the county office, when we were thinking about this, the only person I could think of was Jack. I'm like, we got to get Jack involved in this. So he left Northern Humboldt, he's working for us now. Sorry, Northern Humboldt, didn't do that to you. But he's working for us, and he's doing this Trades Academy. And what Jack has done is he's taken this vision of getting students exposure to the trades above the level of experience they're getting in the high school, and he's taken that to the county-wide. He's out on the road, literally. We wanted to bring a trailer in. He'll probably tell you a little bit about that this morning. But with the weather and the parking, we didn't pull that off. But he's out on the road connecting students at high schools to job sites. So if they're doing a job out, road construction project, he's taking kids from the high school setting out there, talking to the employees and making a relevant connection. Our goal is that these students there might be an interest that's sparked. There might be a relationship built with that business owner. I can't think of the number of jobs that I've been involved in where I got connected to that position because I met somebody in that organization that fired me up and kind of said, you know what, you might want to do this. And that's exactly how I actually got into administration. It was a colleague who said, you should pursue this. Outside of that, I never would have thought of doing this type of work. I never would be in the position that I'm in. So without yammering on anymore, the guy you really need to hear from is the gentleman who's pulling off this incredible program. Please welcome Jack Sheppard.
Well, while Ray's getting set up here, get me a clicker going. So yeah, I'm here to tell you all about what's called Trades Academy. Trades Academy was the name that we came up with because the trades was something that we're really lacking in regards of getting exposure to our students. All right, I need to thumb through that one. Show me how to use this thing, would you?
Just arrows.
Back in there.
Well, I like this. There we go.
Created a monster.
All right. And so, how many have heard of the skills gap? Well, I am seeing some hands pop. So, skills gap. So, do you know what it exactly means, the skills gap?
Yeah, I mean, there's more jobs for skilled labor than we have people to fill jobs.
Exactly. We've got these hey! So what's going on is we've got individuals that want to retire in the trades, and there's nobody to fill these shoes. In fact, O&M Industries, talking with them, they said for one of their senior employers to retire, it takes 3 journeymen to fill that one position. All that knowledge that they require. And that's just one example. Okay. And another factor that we had is we had a real big push for going to a 4-year college to be successful. So that took away a bit, okay? And then we've got issues where we've got students that are, well, really at that point in their life where they just really don't know what they want to do, right? Well, that's where I come in, okay? My mission is to show these students all the opportunity that there is out there. And there is a lot. And another factor that we have is we've got, in Humboldt County, many businesses that want to grow, but they can't. There's just nobody coming in to fill these positions. They're not coming in with job applications, okay? So what the Trades Academy does is we're able to start linking students to industry. And my goal is to turn that light bulb on with these students. They go, oh, you know what? We went on that field trip to wherever, and I want to know more about it. Or we went to like Arcata High School just the other day, and I'll be showing you here in a little bit some of my slides, with McKeever Electric. And talk about turning on some light bulbs. Actually did. And at the end of it, I said, hey, Nate, bring business cards, would you? He ran out. That's a good sign. Okay? He's got to do an install this summer over at the airport. He's got something like, what did he say? Something like 200 solar panels to install. He needs help. He's making a good move. So all these business partners that I've been working with, they have been really, really good at promoting their business. And another thing that we've been doing is they've been putting their logo on my mobile lab that I'm going to show you here in a little bit. So to get started, okay, Aaron, what we did is we came up with themes for every month. Okay, and what we started out with was the work safety. Okay, and the work safety that worked out really good. A lot of the shops around here, they were going over shop safety. So what I did, anybody know Paul Hurd? He used to work for Cal OSHA. Yeah, Paul. So I brought Paul in, and when these shops got done with their safety lessons, Paul did an excellent job talking about how it really is in the real world. You know, and in other words, like my question would be like, well, hey, what if somebody's not wearing their safety glasses or the protective equipment, and you show up as an OSHA inspector? He goes, oh, it's usually around a $3,000 fine right off the bat, and then that employee is gone. And the students, you can tell right then, they're going, you know what? Okay, we better start these habits now. You know, and then of course he gets into all the things that can happen, you know, with various equipment and whatnot. But yeah, work safety. We got into heavy equipment. And also we got rid of the site prep and truck driving. huge need for truck drivers. These truck drivers out there, everyone that I brought into the schools, they said, you know what, I love my job. I don't like being around people. I sit behind the wheel. And some of these logging truck drivers had these fantastic sunrises on their phones they were showing the students. They love their job. And you know, huge need. Green Diamond, they're telling me, hey, we've got trucks just sitting there we want to use, but nobody's coming in. Okay, so, and the students are hearing this. Plumbing, we changed that to careers in water. You know Dave Fish well drilling? Yeah, so Dave, we went around and we did a bunch of presentations to the schools about careers in water. And what's neat about it is he got into the science of it too. And it wasn't just put the hole in the ground and pump the water out and do the witching thing and all that. It was, hey, you know what? I'm looking for certain sort of sediments. The odds are greater when we go through and bore in and when we find these things. Usually indicators that there's water around, and the filtration systems and all these things that go on with water. Another one was Dale Maples Plumbing. He set up within a classroom area what a rough-in would be for the whole water system and septic system, and the students got to see it just right there, what it takes. Electrical, that's what we're just wrapping up. PG&E, lineman school. You know, we're not talking about the actual business of PG&E right now. We are talking about careers as a lineman. And, oh man, what a neat opportunity. 15-week program, 95% hiring rate out of there. Great job, great job. And again, I've got various electricians working with students. I'll be showing you some pictures about that. Got some cool stuff. Metal and HVAC. We're just getting started with that, working with like O&M Industries, Bay Tank, Johnson Industries, working on them, and the HVAC, Evans Mechanical, California Heating. They're all coming into the schools with me and showing them what they do, how they do it. And we're going to get into wood framing, careers in concrete, and then at the bottom, I've got, let's see here, drafting, planning, roofing, painting, landscaping. Those are all possibilities. I know a big one that we're going to be putting in there for sure is surveying. There's some really neat careers in that. Okay, so moving forward. It does. These are the amount of seniors that I serve throughout Humboldt County. I'm constantly on the road. I do feel like a truck driver. I go all over the place, talking with students, getting an idea kind of just like what do you kind of think you might want to do. And when I say students, it's typically students that are in shop classes or FFA. Those are the main ones that I'm working with. And it's very interesting how many of them don't know yet what they're going to do. And you know what though? How many of you knew what you were going to do your senior year? Not a lot. So we're really opening up a lot of opportunities with it. So there's Paul Hurd. He's showing the students right there on the safety of the chop saw. Jim Ritter. We did a career panel. Why is this rolling?
So I didn't just cycle through these. It's good, it'll be fun.
Just let her go. Okay. Get out of that.
You keep talking.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so Paul Hurd, he did a great job showing the students all about safety and whatnot. And we had a real good opportunity for him to come in and show them some things that have happened in the past, industrial accidents. And the shop teachers told me afterward, they said that was the best safety lesson they've ever had. Because Safety glasses are on immediately now when they walk in the school. You know, and there was severed limbs and things like that. And they're like, oh yeah, definitely we're going to be paying a lot of attention to this particular tool. Still rolling.
Should take it on the slideshow.
Okay. Jim Ritter, one of the things that he had in the past when he did any kind of careers in construction, the turnout was low for some reason. What we did is we ran radio ads. I went to all the schools and said, hey, guess what? There's going to be a career panel on careers in construction. If you're interested, you ought to come. Really beat the streets, going around telling them all about it. We packed the house over there at Arcata High on that one, and it was great. Okay. So some of the things that we're doing, we're taking students out to different work sites. This is one that is going on right below Arcata High School. Kramer Properties. Those students right there, that was awesome. They got to lay out a wall, all of them by themselves. Some of them had never, one student had never used a hammer. And it was great. One of the guys there on the crew that helped put this together, he says, that's no problem, we got these air nailers. And they went ahead and made some walls. And they were very proud of their wall, and they should be, you know, but they got a set of plans, and they got an opportunity just to see just what it takes to build a wall. And now what they're telling me, these guys, I see them, these are McKinleyville High students, I see them every once in a while, and they said, you know, that day when we went out there and we built those walls, I learned so much that I want to do this for a living. When I hear things like that, we're heading in the right direction. Yeah, that light bulb turned on. We did.
Well, we're something.
Hey, we are. All right. Yeah, so again, there they are putting their walls together. Some of them were straight. It's rolling.
I'll be right here.
Right on. Thank you, Greg. You can go next now. So yeah, we took, again, taking students out to these various construction sites. That's a big part of it. Meeting plans. Next. There's a bridge out in Ferndale we took students at, and they got to see this this bridge being built. And McCullough Construction did a fantastic job of running the students through that. Yeah, I can go on. That's the wall. This is out in Fortuna, where they've got a huge complex that they're putting in. I think they're going to be their center, their town center. I don't know, anybody familiar with that one at all?
Lucas Community Center.
Is that the name of it? It is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a great opportunity to bring students in, and they got to see all different phases of construction in that one. The truck driving piece, working with Nelson Feed, Bettendorf Trucking, SJL Construction. They all brought their trucks in, so students could see the truck. They got to sit behind the steering wheel and do that, and then they also showed them the inspection that they do, that they have to do every day. Ran them through that, and information on how to get their license. That was really fun, you know. And so these trucks that these students were checking out, they're running through the inspection, and one of them, part of it is hitting the horn. And so they're going through and they're hitting the horn, hitting the horn, hitting the horn. Like, wow, that's kind of loud. Next thing I know, here comes admin. What are you guys doing? We're checking out the truck. This is cool. Stop. Anyway, yeah. Did I do that?
I didn't do anything, so yes.
All right, yeah, there they are. They're checking out the engine and whatnot. PG&E, Hoopaw. We went out there. 3 graduates from Hoopaw High School. We were linemen. They presented. And they told them all about their stories. And they were some of them were very touching from what they had to do to get to where they were and how successful they are now. Very proud of them. And this guy right here, he's going to go to lineman school. He got to climb around the truck. They showed him all around. Okay, this is sweet. Okay, McKeever Electric. This is inside my mobile lab. The mobile lab, what's neat about it is it's a mobile classroom. McKeever Electric and we set up these, you can see corners of it, these little walls where they can pull in wire and actually get the switches and the lights going at the end of the 55 minutes that we have. So he talks a little bit about what it takes to be an electrician, and they do it. So that's been really fun. There's O&M Industries. They showed them how to weld and form up all this metal. And I've got probably about 5 students that are very seriously about looking at getting the O&M. There's Maples doing the setup with the plumbing on the floor at Eureka High School. Boy, what a fantastic day that was. He hit about 4 schools. This is up Highway 36. Mercer Fraser talked to them and said, hey, come on up. You got to check out this. We're widening the road. How many have been up Highway 36 lately? Pretty nice. They did a lot of work up there. And what they did is they showed them all the processes of what they do, talked about the importance of getting your Class A license and being an operator. So they could go to many ways to get trained to be a heavy equipment operator. That was a neat day. And one of the things right here that I like to show, this is really cool. I always tell anybody that goes with me on a field trip, I want you to look them in the eye and shake their hand. And that's huge. And we, in fact, on our way up, like, okay, let's practice. and we're like, yeah, okay, we'll do it. And so this guy right here, he's definitely headed that way. But anyway, just real quickly, the mobile lab, I want to talk a little bit more about it. The businesses that work with me, we put their logo on that mobile lab, so they're getting advertisement. And we got a tremendous amount of support with local businesses. Nobody says no. They all need help, and they really enjoy working with the students. And like I said, I tell them, bring some business cards. And a lot of them is already paying off. If you want to check out our website, there it is. Trades Academy, HCOE.org. And we've got a blog. So every week we update it, every Thursday. I think that the latest one we did was there was a field day at CR where we used the wood shop, and there was a competition between all the local wood shops. And that was a real fun day last weekend. So, any questions?
Can you share where you got that mobile lab from?
Mobile lab, that's an interesting story. So I came up with the idea of a mobile lab because as being a teacher, it was always a pain when somebody came into my classroom and interrupted the day. And this mobile lab, what's neat about it is the students that are really serious, that are seniors or juniors, they come out with me and we do the lesson out there with them. And what's neat about it is I was going to have to buy a new one. A friend of mine, battalion chief of the Humboldt Bay Fire, I was telling him about my dilemma about just how much they were. And he goes, you know what, we have one. And we don't need it anymore. And what it was a mobile technical rescue trailer. And it had shelves in it, and they donated. Humboldt Bay Fire donated it. I did trade a shipping container for it, and they got their storage. But you know what's neat about it is we're able to go to these different schools. That mobile lab is set up with a TV monitor. We've got notebooks in there for the students to use. I do a lot of counseling in that trailer. I say, hey, what do you want to do? What are you thinking about? You choose to just give me top three careers you might want to do, and we go from there. So yeah, it's a neat story. Thanks for bringing it up, Lord. Yeah.
What do you do to encourage more women?
Yeah. So exactly. A lot of the. Wish I could go back to my slide.
Well,
Let me see that thing, Ray.
What, like I'm gonna make it any better?
You can do it.
Aim it at the computer.
Yeah, there it is. So, like electrical, there is some of these shop classes. There are women taking these classes, and the thing that I'm learning is they're so thorough about what they do. It puts them that one step forward in most of these classes. And what we're doing is we're making it really fun, and it's spreading like wildfire. We're seeing more girls coming into the lab because it's word of mouth. That's a big part of teaching. I always say it's the teacher that sells the program, and if they're having fun, the students sell the program, and that's how it's working for us. So yeah, it's all by word of mouth within the students.
Yep. Hold that thought. Thank you, Jack.
You betcha.
I really appreciate it.